What's going on, everybody? We are live, and just to start off, this video for entertainment purposes only. So everything is alleged. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna start off by y'all seen the thumbnail, and I'm gonna explain a little bit more about the clip, the thumbnail, as to why I chose that, and the discussion is going to be a little bit more based on the reality of the upcoming case, and we'll get into it. The first thing I want to do is I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm gonna try this anyway. I tried to get it through my speakers, but I had to hurry up. I wanted to hurry up and get this live going. So
This federal Rico law, hey Chris, the federal Rico law about to drop. Anybody know Kim and fool with Kim? They need to tell him now. The rain is coming, the feds is coming. This is crazy. UK authorities found.
now y'all hear that, right? Basically, what he's saying, what Ray J was saying is he are that clip is audio Ray J allegedly saying that he basically saying that he knew that the Fed was coming. And the reason why I bring up this clip in this thumbnail for this particular conversation is because I want to dig into something about the past that was brought up that I didn't quite understand, and that was the Kim Kardashian and the Ray J sex tape. So when that was brought back up, what came to my mind was basically, let me get my shades because I'm still kind of sleep, and part the holidays and everything too. So the tape came back up, right? And I was wondering as to why was the tape issue, is it recirculating again to try to make more money? Is that why the tape conversation is coming up? Well, come to find out, that's allegedly probably what happened was the feds did come to Ray J and question him about some things that were about Kim, and he could have possibly, and I'm gonna say allegedly, thought that it was concerning the old sex tape. That's why I'm thinking, in my opinion, why that conversation came back up, or was it just to bring Kim's case to light? You know, it. The bottom line is that I thought it was rather peculiar that the incident of that old sex tape would come back up. Because, was it trying to be brought back into? Why was it trying to be brought back into fruition? You know, that was my question, and now it's all making sense because, of course, they're not going to tell somebody as of a loose cannon as Ray J what the full thing is. But Ray J is not he's not just a particular dumb dude either, you know. So he can put some things together, that may be tacky, but it's only because he may not have all the information and the clues to make himself look good with the things that he bring out. I think he's so much into the industry, but people also try to exclude him out of the industry, so he get pieces of information and he knows, but people may try to keep Ray J out of the loop, but at the same time he's part of Hollywood, so people got to respect that. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because when Ray J brought that out and that case brought back up, was this a possible, I'm gonna say allegedly, attempt for extortion? because if this is bigger than Ray J and this is bigger than the sex tape, but they're not gonna let you know about it. And the reason why I say this is I'm gonna let you hear a little bit more, a little bit more of this because it's bigger. It's bigger than what people are explaining on the surface. This and let me go back for a second because I know on my last live video, people could have probably possibly thought that I was taking up for Kim. I only want to put in perspective a good light. It may look like a good life for Kim, but I'm only using life experience and life examples to shed a light, and it may shed a good light for Kim by me saying that these cartels, these people who these scammers and stuff like that, they target uh, brands and potentially people, with good credit. They look for those people, and celebrities are not off the list, so they can be targeted as well. That was the only reason why I was bringing that into light. I want to bring this into light as well because I'm like the jury and the judge. So Kim got some bad things going on about her. Very shady. As far as fraud, as far as stealing and boosting, keep in mind, remember, um, back in the day when her and Brandy were almost a brand, some things, some information allegedly got out that, she stole from Brandy. But I'm just looking at the constant trail and trend of what you do to get your money. Now, the reason why I say this is because rappers are not all that rap too tight. Entertainers are not all rap too tight. They may not know certain underlyings for business, but they have talent. And I'm saying this because if you look at what Kim does, she's really not an entertainer. She has, she doesn't. I'm not gonna say doesn't have talent. She uses her beauty as a talent, but musically, she doesn't perform in that genre, dancing or nothing. You don't hear nothing like that. But Kim is kind of, how can I put this? Um, I could say clerical savvy because she may know certain things to do as a brand for herself, how to um, CPN numbers, EIN numbers, and that's an issue that's been brought up in this case now the money laundering, is the money laundering part. Now, I use this thumbnail because Ray J is a very, very that y'all not really paying attention. Ray J is really a very detailed person in this, and he's actually exposing, or he's giving the notion that he is willing to expose this himself, including if he knew information. But like I say, you got to look at the paper trail. Partying, the drugs, weapons, all of these are things associated with the streets. But what's wrapped around all of this is entertainers and celebrities, which is odd. And it's odd because you think a celebrity that has talent and has used and made money off his talent, they won't need to go into any other crimes. They won't even have to hustle as hard. At this point in time, your money should start working for itself if you are a true business person. If you really know how currency really flows or supposed to flow. It doesn't flow illegally, although it comes quick illegally. It's not supposed to flow that way. Currency doesn't flow that way. And it also has a track record. Um, Keeping on the topic, Kim is very clerical and surgical in that nature as far as her talent. Because being a brand like that, she's gonna have a lot of shell companies. She's gonna have a lot of EINs, a lot of CPNs, probably a lot of different things that could put her allegedly in that space or category for money laundering. That's going to be the first clue, I think, that's going to stir her more into a conspirator of this case rather than, oh, I was just a cute girl and I was just promoting my brand and all of these things happen. It's not going to fly. That's that's what they're finna try to trap Kim in to where you knew this, you conspired to this, you even got money from this. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna let you listen to one more thing before I get ready to get off here. And this it'll start to kind of tie up some things as far as what we know about this case, right? So let me let you. Hopefully you
Kardashian
can
made
hear
her
this.
fortune based off of money laundering. Kardashian was actually caught by the FBI, questioned, but never taken into custody.
It seems like Kim Kardashian's legal troubles are piling up faster than ever. Just days after a truck driver in the UK was sentenced for transporting $9 million worth of nose candy in a shipment of Skims, reports started circulating that the FBI could raid Kim's mansion any day now, Diddy style. Now, I know some of you who haven't been deep in the Kim lore might think this sounds insane, but if you actually go back and look at how she's been moving since day one of her career, this isn't that shocking. We're talking stealing hundreds of thousands from Brandy, taking money from literal criminals and fugitives.
Now that's what I was talking about earlier. See, it's been a track record going on Kim on where's your money coming from and what do you do. That was a long time ago when people started to question why is she so famous. And at this time, she was in competition with a lot of black women, which really exposed why it should be you. That became a real big deal. And I want to say this is probably in the 90s, not to try and reveal my age or nothing like that, but you get the picture. Let's keep going.
Allegations of scamming her own customers, setting up shell companies for tax evasion, and possibly even some darker stuff we don't even know about yet. And here's the thing, Ray J just came out and said the feds are circling Kim and Chris for possible Rico charges. And once you actually look at all the allegations, it wouldn't even be surprising to see them get raided. You know, like their good friend Diddy.
Betting on you.
Yeah.
If I was at the
Now, he just explained basically in a nutshell that there's a track record of Kim's allegations to uh, simple fraud, scam, and she's had a history of this. You know, so with that being pointed out and highlighted, you can almost start to wonder why these stories are now surfacing and why it's probably been going on for so long. Under I think under the celebrity umbrella, being that they've been looked at as celebrities, eyes are being turned away. You know how that goes. So I got a picture on this thumbnail of a guy name of Joe Lowe. And this goes back almost to 2009. Now, we bring it up to the present time. I haven't did any updates recently, but supposedly this guy right here is hiding and missing. Not hiding in a bad way. Well, it is in a bad way. He on the run. And I'm gonna let you listen to it further in detail and you can get kind of a gist who this guy is, right? All right, hold on. Hopefully y'all can hear it.
Dropped a bombshell claiming that he's helping the FBI to build a Rico case against Kim.
Y'all hear that?
And he said
Ray
it's
J
going to
said
be
he is willing
worse
to
than
help the
Diddy.
FBI.
Theirs is coming. It's not do about it. It's worse than Diddy. Federal police are about to drop. Chris Kim. It's about to be crazy. Anybody know Kim and who with Kim?
See, I
They
think
need to tell him now. The rain is coming. The feds is coming.
I think Ray J, he was thinking it was all about him when they probably told him, but there's no telling how much he knows. Cause like I said, Ray J is willing to participate whatever the feds got going on.
Now, I know Ray J has a bit of a reputation himself, and let's be real, he's not the most reliable source. But here's why he might be onto something this time. What a lot of people don't know is that Kim was already questioned by the FBI more than once. First time, it was in connection to her friendship with Malaysian businessman and fugitive Joe Lowe, who has been wanted by...
Now this is the guy that we was talking about, Joe Lowe. Now he's been wanted by the feds. They were saying since 2009. What this guy was a scammer, and he knew all of the Hollywood celebrities, even people like Leonardo DiCaprio. So it was said that this guy scammed almost, if not 4.5 billion, not from people, from state government businesses. So
Interpol since 2016 for allegedly stealing over $4.5 billion from a state-owned company. According to FBI documents released back in 2023, Kim used to be very friendly with Joe Lowe, and she apparently received bags of money from him on several occasions. See, before Joe Lowe had to disappear off the face of the earth, he was living that high life and hanging out with celebrities like Paris Hilton, Leo DiCaprio, Jamie Foxx, and yes, Kim Kardashian.
In 2009, a mystery man appeared out of nowhere on the New York City club scene. His spending became the stuff of legends as he racked up eye-popping bills of hundreds.
now y'all say this was in 2009 when he popped up on the scene, right? 2016 is when they start catching up to him, and it was only because he was becoming so popular and famous to the celebrities. See, he was sponsoring, he was putting money into people's movies and stuff like that. So yeah, this was why he was so famous to the celebrities. Now this is crazy. Now they go to them, this is how they network. They go out. Other than just going to the studios and the managers and producers, they look for these people, y'all. And this is where it becomes unethical in entertainment world because, you do deals or you network within the industry. When you go outside of the industry, because of the money, it becomes unethical.
Of thousands of dollars. He continued to rack up massive tabs in Vegas, Ibiza, and London. He was popping bottles with Usher, hanging with Paris Hilton, and spotted multiple times with none other than Leonardo DiCaprio. He would go on to finance the award-winning movie The Wolf of Wall Street to the tune of 100.
That's the movie he funded. If you ever heard of it, go and check it out. Leave a comment. Let me know how it is because I haven't seen it. Wolf of Wall Street. Now this guy funded $100 million to this movie. Go check it out. Wolf of Wall Street. Let me know. Put something in the comments. Let me know how it is.
$1 million. But the questions kept piling up. Where was this international man of mystery getting all this money from? Well, it turns out that the Malaysian businessman wasn't so much a businessman.
Y'all hear? They said that this guy Joe Low is from Malaysia, right? And I want y'all to look at the timeline, 2009, and I want y'all to look at the current presidents that we have in office now versus the presidents that we had back then, and just peep the timeline. Peep the timeline of what went on and how much money left America, how much money was scammed out of America. Businesses, state-owned businesses, y'all.
But a massive fraudster, one of the most successful of all time, by the name of Joe Low. Low had siphoned off $4.5 billion from the Malaysian government for his wild spending spree.
According to the FBI documents, Joe Low also dated Victoria's Secret model Miranda Kerr at one point. And in June 2017, Miranda had to hand over to...
This is crazy, y'all. I mean, if y'all go and look at the thumbnail, go and look at this guy. And this guy is dating, it's crazy what money do, man. And he's not going by a script. He's not going by a script. So it's not like he have a PR team that's saying, hey, go and date this person, make your image look good. He's dating a Victoria's Secret model. A Victoria, 4.5 billion. Man, yeah, you can date anybody in these days, man. It don't even have to be 4.5. The way they thirsty now, man, have a couple grand. Have a couple grand, man. Fly them out. It's a wrap.
U.S. government over $8 million in jewelry she received from Low. So now let's talk about...
They said she received... Now, this is when their cases start blowing over, when this girl had to hand over the $8 million in jewelry that he provided for her. And because I think that was more of a confiscation type of thing.
Case situation. Because...
Now, y'all heard it, but we're going to talk about it. And all of this is starting to make sense once you look at the timeline, you look at the presidents, you look at the celebrities that were hanging out in the White House, and all of this corrupt stuff that was going on. You would think that it was straight from the streets. Nah, man. It got beyond the streets. The streets actually did become political, bro. You watched it in real time. Entertainers shaking hands with presidents. You saw lobbying for votes through celebrities. And now we have this smuggling bust through one of the celebrities. Or I can't even say. Yeah, I can say she's a celebrity. Kim Kardashian is a celebrity, but when you say celebrity, you think of, oh, is she a singer? Is she a writer? What does she do? Well, this right here is what made her a celebrity, was her portraying that she was such a big brand ambassador that everyone wanted her. Now, we're kind of seeing why she leveraged her brand the way she did. Well, if I can ship out so many of products, you gotta look at it like that, then why not pay me, so much in cash allegedly to smuggle your products wherever you need to smuggle them to, if my product is going there too. You see, that's the business connection, the silent, hidden business connection. But what they don't realize is like, certain things get weighed, and they know this. A lot of people, they know the what weight they can get away. Take accounting, for instance. You have those purses or different type of accounts that are meant for if certain type of risk happen, this amount of cash is available, so um, it doesn't affect the books. Got to look at it in that nature. So we're about to get out of here, y'all. We covered what we need to cover. We're covering, and we're getting down to it. Like as far as this news that came out, because it struck me, and I kind of like the tape incident, and I'm hearing all of the bloggers talk about how it's such a scramble for celebrities looking for money right now. So I'm just wondering, and I'm looking, everything's coming left to right, and you just trying to catch on as fast as you can, and you seeing when things start coming together in a slower picture that, oh, okay, why are they doing this? And oh, you know what? The celebrity lifestyle, they made it for me not really all that cracked up like you want it to be. You would think that growing up that that's what you would want. Now you starting to see it's really like a 9 to 5. It's really like work, and only way that you can really get ahead in life like that is you doing something unethical, work related. So, but that's all I gotta say, man. That's all I gotta say. Y'all heard this update from me. We're gonna touch back base. Y'all make sure that y'all like, subscribe. I forgot to start saying that stuff now. I didn't think that was really that important, but we'll try it. We'll try it. All right. Hopefully that y'all heard that audio too. If not, I did play it through one of my monitors. Hopefully, I'm gonna look back on this clip back and see how I did. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, listening to this video, listening to what we got going on, and we're about to end it. So thank you for coming. See, I got these scammers. They always get on my line, try to, how they try to get you to buy the internet and stuff like they get their service, and they'll pop up on your screen. See, I just got this laptop right here, so I'm getting all of these pop up screen. I don't know how to really get rid of them right now, besides just deleting them off my home page. But we'll get to it. We'll figure it out. Right now, I'm just every time they pop up, they want